activities. Why are they considered as most modern and best facility? There is no question that Austria prison is acknowledged by the rest of the world to have the most modern and best correctional facilities. Dan Inmond, on his article published a few months ago, states that when most people think of jail or prison, they think of a small cell with less than desirable living conditions. The TVs may be stuck on the same televangelist channel for 24 hours per day. The food may be a little too ripe. And of course, there are the conditions where people are in their cell for 23 hours a day. Well, that's definitely not the case of the Justice Center Leuven, which may just be the most luxurious jail in the world. Leuven Center was designed by the world-renowned architect Joseph Hohenstein. There is something that we need to notice here. I suppose if it were in our country, we may be looking for the world-renowned security breach-proof engineer in order to build our prison facilities. Our prison facilities were built and designed to make it as escape-proof as possible. Theirs is made or designed by the world-renowned architect. And their comments include but not limited to its design, high-end amenities, wide spaces, privacy, and etc. All the facility is conducive to reformation and the total well-being of individual. Their facilities also provided an avenue for prisoners to think positively about their current situation. Edmond concluded his writings to clarify the point of Leuven prisons. He clarified that while the design of Austria prisons received a rejection from critics, the ultimate goal was for the reformation of prisoners. He stated that the jail wasn't designed to look nice or just for the luxury of criminals, but it is to make inmates feel comfortable while they are in a nurturing environment where they have time to think about their crimes committed. They hope it will inspire them to live better lives once they are released back into a general public of the society. Here are some recommendations for our own facility. There is no need for an in-depth study on the question what is needed to be done to at least minimize if not eradicate the menace of our prison systems or the prison systems of our country. The question on the how is the biggest challenge for our country given the reasons cited above for our dilemma. We should start anew with our correctional facilities, followed by a sensible plans and programs, and inevitably the result that we are dreaming of will normally come out. However, given the fact that we are suffering from economic setbacks, we cannot afford to just build new facilities similar to that of our model. Utilizing our current facilities, we will begin to decongest it by hitting it with a hard hand to implement what is the ideal capacity of a certain facility, our current facility. Little by little, we will try to improve by building one prison facility at a time and sustaining it to the standards. Another radical idea I propose is to hasten the decongestion program of our facility. We will focus on the reviewing of all cases and consider their early release. If I may say it straight to my point, we will release all prisoners with the most that we can compromise. There is a great risk of this approach, but with the current situation we are in, it is better to do that or than nothing at all, and remain as we are for eternity. All scholars who have spent so much of their life in studying the prison problems will be in vain, and maybe at some point there is no point of furthering the study on penology for our country. Is it applicable to the Philippines? The applicability of the strategies and programs of Austrian correctional facilities is not questioned. Yes, it is applicable. The appropriate question to ask is, how will the Philippines make itself really suitable for the implementation of the plans and programs of the world-renowned prison facilities like the Austrian prisons? All the discussions will boil down into the readiness of a particular country to implement the proven strategies and programs of other successful countries about the capability to reform, rehabilitate, and reintegrate an individual previously in conflict with the law to become a more useful and law-abiding citizen of the country, accepted by the people and without prejudice to his past. Again, I want to present my very own opinion by using the metaphor of a car engine. Let us say we are a car with an engine currently running using gas as its fuel. In this illustration, as if we wanted to run our engine using diesel fuel, the resources or the diesel are readily available in the market. We do not need to dig a mine to produce a diesel or make a diesel refinery. However, our reality is that we are currently in a state where we need to change our engine so that what we desired for a long time will also be our reality. There is still a lot of things to be done for our correctional facilities to truly serve its purpose, and every one of us is a part of it. As a conclusion, our government has the responsibility to take care of its constituents. This responsibility is anchored to the world widely accepted basic principle of human rights. As such, every government is therefore obligated or obliged to exhaust all efforts to find a solution to the current problems of the country. Processing a person in conflict with law is one major problem that a certain country is facing, particularly the Philippines. For us to alleviate the condition of our prisoners, we try to look around us and learn from what strategies and programs we can imagine or imitate from the more advanced country in terms of correctional facilities. The Philippine government cannot be outrightly blamed for the current situation of its correctional systems. To be fair, ours is better than others or other country where prisoners just die and rot in their lockup facilities. Although the above discussion is pointing towards the improbability of becoming close to the ideal correctional facilities of the world, the Philippines is still working so hard to improve the situation of the correctional system. With the current leadership, we are in a better position to advance this cause. Not only that, but the Filipino culture of industry and patriotism is also what distinguishes the Filipino workers from the rest of the world. There is no doubt that the dream of making the correction system better is within our reach. It is just a matter of time and an extra mile. Scholars, academe, legislators, law enforcers, an ordinary citizen of the Republic of the Philippines. Everyone ought to be part or in the business of correctional system. After all, we are in one boat sailing towards the future. Currently, our generation is responsible to do the best that we can, to leave a legacy where our children and our children's children will enjoy during their generation. Doing this paper is one simple effort I wish to contribute. Actually, for myself, for my country, in pursuit of providing a correctional system for the Philippines where reformation, restoration, and reintegration of a person in conflict with the law is a success story to be also examined by other countries in the years to come, as this course is intended for the moment. I am now on the last slide for my references. And this is now the end of my presentation. Thank you very much, ma'am, sir, and ma'am, classmates. Good day.